Breaking news: Islamist rebels seize strategic city of Hama in Syria. In a significant development, Islamist rebels have taken control of the strategic Syrian city of Hama in a swift offensive. According to reports, the Syrian army has withdrawn from the area to avoid civilian casualties, effectively ceding control of the city to the rebel forces. This marks another major breakthrough for the opposition following their surprise capture of Aleppo last week. Rebels advance unopposed. Video footage shows the rebels entering Hama to near-empty streets, with some locals cheering their arrival. Reports also indicate that the rebels seized control of Hama's prison and released inmates. This lightning advance follows the rebel capture of Aleppo, which had taken place with minimal resistance, catching many by surprise. Strategic importance of Hama. The city of Hama lies along the route to Damascus, Syria's capital, and its capture represents a critical blow to President Bashar al-Assad's regime. Between Hama and Damascus stands only one more major city, Homs, which could become the rebels' next target. Rebel coalition and regional context. The rebel forces comprise a coalition of Islamist groups, but a significant portion includes Syrians who have been displaced or affected by the ongoing conflict. Analysts suggest that this renewed offensive is partly a result of the weakening of Assad's key allies, including Russia, which is heavily engaged in the war in Ukraine, and Iran, which has faced regional setbacks. Dr. Rim Turkmani, a Syrian researcher at the London School of Economics, highlighted that the rebellion is rooted in long-standing grievances against Assad's regime. She noted that the rebels are seeking to force Assad to engage in serious negotiations for a political settlement. Impact on Assad's regime. This series of defeats marks a critical juncture for Assad, whose regime has relied heavily on foreign support from Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah. The weakening of these allies has significantly shifted the dynamics on the ground. The timing of these advances is also strategic, as they coincide with upcoming talks in Doha involving Turkey, Iran, and Russia, which could shape the future of Syria. By seizing more territory, the rebels aim to strengthen their bargaining position. What's next? The rebels have indicated their intention to move on Homs, where resistance may intensify. However, the fall of Hama and Aleppo raises questions about the Assad regime's stability. For the first time in years, analysts believe that Assad's regime could face collapse if it continues to resist meaningful political reform and power-sharing agreements. Humanitarian concerns. As the conflict reignites, civilians in affected areas face mounting risks. Many residents of Homs, for example, are choosing to remain despite the looming threat of violence. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, given the potential for further displacement and humanitarian crises.